The film begins with a scene in a movie theater. There, the three friends were discussing whether it was too late. Now we have to start the movie. There was a girl named Bridget among those friends. Then a couple arrives there on the bike. They move to the counter to purchase tickets. Then the younger brother of Bridget, Timmy, also goes there to buy tickets. That means he was also there to watch a movie. But Bridget's friend refuses. He says that kids under 18 are not allowed to watch a movie at night. Then there is the sister of that kid, Timmy, who also arrives there. She asks him to go home. Then the best friend of Bridget also arrives there. His name was Josh. He insists Bridget watch a movie with him. So they go and sit in the hall. Meanwhile, Josh's friends also come and sit with them. We are also shown a detective who was there in search of a serial killer. The serial killer for whom he themselves while seeing the movie. Then, after some time, Josh's friend goes to the washroom. That same scene was shown in the movie. The killer kills him in front of them. Then, after hearing his shouting voice, Bridget's friend goes to check on him. There is blood on the floor. Then in the movie, we are shown the counter of that same movie hall. Here, Bridget's friend was standing alone. Seeing it, they all get scared, and they come outside to check. But they didn't find anybody at the counter. After it, they all go to the washroom, and they also find blood there. They got scared after seeing it, and now they were trying to come outside from there. Then the detective finds the younger brother of Bridget, named Timmy. Bridget asks her brother how he came inside. On it, Timmy says from the windows. The detective was breaking the door to escape, but he couldn't. He couldn't break the door, and after checking, they learned that there were no mobile signals. Then Bridget tells them that there is an emergency door here. They tried to open that emergency room, but it couldn't be opened because it was locked. Now they all get more scared. Because they were stuck there. The detective tries to make them understand that if we want to be safe, we have to stay together. He tells them about the incident that occurred 5 years ago. He tells me that there was a patient named Ted in a mental asylum. He had been watching a movie about a serial killer for many years. He cut his hand while watching the slashing movie of the serial killer. Then he writes something on the floor with his blood. He disappears from there. In the morning, except for blood, there was nothing visible in that asylum. Actually, Ted is a serial killer now. He was an insane serial killer. He killed everyone in the hospital and then ran from there. When they were all talking about the serial killer, Bridget's brother Timmy went into the hall. That killer sees him, but he doesn't kill him. He throws him in front of everyone. He also comes in front of them. Then the other detective tries to understand the killer. See, relax, we will make everything fine. But Ted is mad now. He was now the serial killer completely. So, he cuts the neck of the detective. When the other detective notices this, he shoots him. He falls in the hall. In the movie, he was taking the detective's dead body with him. Then they were all running towards the room. They try to go outside from that window, from where Bridget's brother came inside. But that window falls on the hand of Josh's friend. Due to it, she gets injured and starts shouting. While listening to her screaming voice, the serial killer arrives there. There, the detective shoots the serial killer. But that bullet didn't affect the killer. The troubling thing was that the bullets of that detective were also finished. Seeing all this, Josh's friend gets scared. So, after getting a chance, he runs from there. The killer was dissecting the body of that detective, and with it, he also killed Josh's friend. Then, in the movie, he was taking the dead body of Josh's friend with him. In the movie again, we are shown that lady who opened the door for that boy. That lady was the mother of the killer. She was also insane, like the serial killer Ted. She says to Ted that you have done a good job by taking one more friend with you. Then they come outside while running. They were planning how to stop and kill the killer. On it, Bridget says that if we want to stop the killer, we have to stop the movie first. When they tried to go into the projector room, it was locked. They think they should move inside through the projector window. But the path of the projector window was small, so they sent Timmy inside. When Timmy was moving forward, that killer saw him. But arriving there, Josh attacks that killer and asks Timmy to move forward. Timmy somehow reaches the projector room. On the other side, the killer was moving towards Josh to kill him. Timmy takes the plug out of the projector. But that projector stays on. Then, to call them inside, Timmy opens the door. The male of that couple falls on that projector. Josh escapes from the killer, and he goes from there. The male of the couple picks up and sees the reel of the movie. Here he comes to know that the killer wasn't dead but was still alive. That projector again turns on automatically. Now that killer was chasing the male of that couple. He kills him badly. Those all survivors move in the hall. In the movie, the killer and his mother were together. Killer asks his mother that anybody is fearing of me out the movie. Hearing it, the mother of the killer looks out the window. She tells him that there is a girl outside, but she is not scared. Seeing it, Josh understands the whole thing. He tells them that killers can feel our fear. Then the killer kills one more friend of Bridget. He was also taking his dead body with him. Seeing it, Bridget becomes sad. Josh's friend gets scared after seeing it, and he goes out of the hall. When the killer sees that Timmy is alone, he chases him. But then Timmy runs from there, and he collapses with Josh's friend. And now the killer holds Josh's friend. Here the killer puts his tool in the electricity. They feel the electric shocks. Josh's friend burns and dies because of the current. But that current didn't harm anyone. Josh was angry, and then he went to kill that killer. But then that killer disappears from there, which is why Josh returns back to the room. He gets shocked by whatever he sees there. Because that killer had made Bridget a prisoner. He was about to kill her. Then the killer threw his tool towards Josh and blew out his eye. Seeing it, Bridget gets scared. She runs and comes to a room. She locks herself there. She was scared because of Josh's condition. Now the killer was chasing Timmy. He was searching for him everywhere. Timmy was hiding in the hall. Meanwhile, Bridget also arrives there. She makes his brother understand that we should not scare him. Because our fear is our weak point. And if we won't be scared of that killer, we will control our fear so that the killer can't harm us. Then they both closed their eyes and sat in the hall. Now the hall and those siblings are shown in the movie. When the killer sees them and arrives there, he tries to slay them. But now, because they closed their eyes, they didn't feel fear. After seeing it when that killer was moving from there, Bridget opened her eyes with fear. The killer knows about it, and he takes Bridget with him in his movie. Bridget finds herself locked in a room where the killer was sharpening his tool. Then somehow Bridget comes out of that room. She sees that many people are locked in a room as prisoners. They were all injured, and some were killed in them. That killer had done this. There, Bridget sees Josh, and he is alive yet, so she goes to him. But then the mother of the killer comes there and faints, Bridget. When Bridget comes to her senses, she finds herself tied. He sees that her brother is also tied to her. The killer comes to Bridget and says, "I will not give you an easy death. I will kill you while giving you pain." Saying it, he starts pulling her foot's nails. Due to it, she shouts a lot in pain. The killer pulls her nails out of her foot one by one. When the killer pulls the nails off her other foot, she isn't afraid, and she doesn't shout. She bears this pain and controls her fear. Seeing it, the killer gets aggressive that she is not fearing from me. And she is not feeling pain. That's why the killer throws her down while Bridget finds a sharp thing. Taking a chance, she stabs that killer. Then she comes out, taking Timmy with her. But before they move out, the killer's mother holds Bridget. She tries to kill her while pressing her neck. But then Timmy attacks that lady from the backside and kills her. Then they come out of the house and start running. But the killer hadn't left them yet. He chases them. While running, Timmy's foot slips, and he falls down. Bridget lifts up her brother and shouts loudly. Because the movie about the killer had ended. To save her brother, he throws him outside. Like this, Timmy's life was saved. Because he was out of the movie and he is in that movie hall. And here the movie ends. The projector stops. Here, the movie had ended, but Bridget was still in it. She was stuck in the movie. After some time, police arrive there, and Timmy tells them the reality. Because he was a child, No one believes in him now. Here this movie means the midnight movie ends here. Thank you for watching.